Hey guys, hey Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Lorelai Vega here, also known as Brooke Thorne. I've been asked a question on my Facebook status. I put a post about if anyone wants me to answer a topic, like anything. I'll talk about anything. I have no shame and I have balls. I'll talk about it as best as I can. Someone asked me, how come in society it's okay for a woman to be bisexual and it's not okay for a man to be bisexual? And anytime a man is like gay or, you know, messing around, experimenting with other men, it's not socially acceptable as it is for two women to get together. And this has been a big topic and debate for a long time, so I'm just going to say my opinion on it. Oh, and I would like to introduce everyone to my best friend. This is a pineapple, and he's my best friend, because I have no friends, and I have no life. I'm just kidding. Wow, that's crazy, but I love this pineapple, and this sweet pineapple, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat this very soon. So, miss the pineapple, because you won't see it again. Oh my god, what is the fuck? But, this pineapple's here because I'm excited for the spring and the summer. I heard that there's gonna be another snowstorm. You know how many fucking days I missed of work because of the snow shit? I'm like, damn, yo, like my checks could be better, okay, because of snow, but I appreciate the days off because, you know, I love days off because I work so much, but it's like, the snow, I mean, god, it's so boring in the house, and then I'm not making money, so it sucks. But this pineapple's here because I'm excited for the summer and the spring, and I love fruit. And this, you know, fruit reminds me of Barbados because that's where my grandfather used to take me when I was a kid. And that's where a lot of my family's from, like Barbados and Trinidad and stuff. So, but I'm a Barbados girl, and, you know, I do miss that climate, that tropical climate. So that's why this pineapple is here. So fuck off, you guys think I'm crazy. This pineapple is my best goddamn friend right now, but I'm gonna eat him. So don't tell him anything. No, it's you know when people pray at the dinner table, they pray like praying like to God and the white Jesus and stuff is not my thing. But if you thank the animals and the fruit for sacrificing themselves to give you another day of life, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Some animals and some fruits and some things you eat, you praise them and you thank them for keeping you alive another day. That's what I consider prayer. I don't want to pray to some white Jesus or some bullshit ass religious system, okay? Like, I keep it real. I thank the universe and Mother Nature for sustaining life. But this pineapple's here because I'm thankful for fruit because, you know, as you guys know, I've been sick. I ate some bad food because I haven't had time to cook. So I'm thanking God for fruit and water to nurse me back to health. So, but anyway, let's talk about bisexual men and why it's not socially acceptable. To be honest with you guys, I'm not sure why it's not. I mean, I guess it's because we live in a man's world. You know, we're in a male-dominated society where testosterone and ego rule, and men love, let's just be honest, men love seeing two girls having sex with each other. Like, that's acceptable to them. But two men having sex with each other, it kind of is like, nah, that's not cool. So, but at the same time, it's like, how can you be a hypocrite? Oh no, my baby's falling. How could you be a hypocrite about how, I mean, see, we're just in a male-dominated society. I mean, come on, let's be honest, men. To see two girls kissing that are really hot, it's like no one wants to question that. But if you see another man suck another man's dick, everyone's like, alright, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's okay for two girls to fuck each other. You know how many different porns are out there that are crazy? Like, it's okay for a woman to grow a dick and fuck another girl. That's hot. But it's not okay for two men to make love. That's a problem. And I think if one thing goes, everything should go. You know, because we all have our preferences, but I don't think it's right that society is making fun of gay men and bisexual men and praising lesbians and women that make love to each other. Because, okay, I understand, like, men get off to stuff like that. I mean, it is hot seeing two girls. I find it very stimulating to watch. And I find it stimulating to watch two men get together. But I don't really, I see both as what they are. Like, I don't choose, oh, this is better than the other. Like, two men together, oh, that's nasty. And then see two women together, like, oh, that's nasty. Like, it's just like, if you're gonna like it all. You either like it all or you don't. And these men out here need to stop making fun of guys that are gay and bisexual, because it's like they are what they are. And sometimes, if you really want me to go deep into it, your sexuality comes from a few factors, which I've learned because I'm bisexual, and I try to understand why. Why am I bisexual? Because sometimes I feel it's wrong to be bisexual. I believe that a man and a woman should be together, but from reading a lot about ancient history and human beings and how we were created, there are a lot of beings that are androgynous, meaning that they can go both ways. I'm starting to believe that they say a woman and a man is the way it's supposed to be, but according to ancient texts and some things I've been reading about spirituality and stuff, some beings are naturally, wherever their soul comes from, they're androgynous. It's not about male or female, it's about whatever. And because we're in these human bodies, our bodies, in order to make kids, and in order for nature to move smoothly, is a man and a woman. But we have to take in consideration that some people's souls come from different life forms that were hermaphrodites, or they were androgynous creatures. I'm thinking maybe I was one of them too, because I am sexually attracted to women, but at the same time I can't figure out, alright, so if I'm with a woman, how is this gonna work? Because physically I prefer being with a man because he just simply knows what he's doing. And a woman, I'm not saying she can't fuck as good as a man, but men are naturally built to do that, so it feels more correct. But sometimes you can't help what you feel. Like, I have sexual attraction to some women, but then at the end of the day I'm like, well, I don't have a dick, so this is not making sense. Is it social conditioning? People have this argument, is being gay genetic, or is it environmental conditions? And I believe it's both, because let me explain. If you, like, for me, for example, I grew up like my whole entire life around guys, and I was a tomboy, and I was into video games and stuff, and I didn't hang around a lot of women because they usually made fun of me, or it was always an awkward feeling. But I started hanging around men a lot and spent a lot of time by myself, and I wasn't into femininity and girly shit. And then I found myself attracted to women. But I was attracted to men, of course. Naturally, I was attracted to men. But because I guess I didn't feel feminine enough, I guess I was started getting attracted to women. I guess if you're around certain energies for a long period of time, like if you're around a lot of masculine energy, then you'll feel like a man, and you'll be attracted to the feminine aspect. Or if you're a man, if you've been around a lot of feminine energy, you'll be attracted to the masculine aspect. I think it does have a lot to do with your environment when you're a kid. Also, it does have to do maybe sometimes with your genetics. People argue it could be genetic. And there's also certain things in the food these days that can make you gay. Because I was reading an article about how they were spraying something in the leaves in the food supply, and it was making other species gay. Like, it was making male frogs be attracted to male frogs. So there's a lot of factors as to why someone could be gay or bisexual. When I was young, I never told my family I was bisexual or gay because they didn't believe in stuff like that, so I kept it to myself. Still to this day, I'm kind of back and forth with my sexuality because my body tells me I want a man, but sometimes when I look at a woman, I'm like, ooh, she is so sexy. You know, like, why do I have these feelings? This makes no sense to me. Like, there's nothing I could do to this woman. I mean, I don't have the parts for that. When I see a man, I'm like, damn, he's so sexy. So I'm like, you know, is my soul androgynous? Is it, you know, certain people are androgynous or whatever? And like, but it's not right for society to say, oh, 2 lesbians are hot, let's keep that, and 2 men together is wrong. We gotta stop that, because it's not fair to everyone. If you're gonna like 2 girls together, you have to deal with 2 guys together. I mean, you have to be balanced with it. There's been a lot of talk about how being gay is systematically destroying communities, especially the black community, and I did research on that, listening to Professor Griff and Sister Zaza Ali, and I would like to give a shout out to them. If they ever see my work, I'm pretty sure they probably might not like and agree with my methods of madness as far as my art and my photos, but I do thank them for saving my life, because listening to their work has inspired me a lot to open up about, well, I've always been open, but they made me feel like there's nothing wrong with me, because my whole life I've been questioning things about certain things going on, and everyone always thought something was wrong with me. But when I listen to Professor Griffith's Sister Zaza Ali, it's like, oh, it's like I found someone that I can relate to, because I've always been the oddball and the black sheep of the family, and I always kept to myself because I always asked questions that nobody wanted to talk about. But let me go back to the gay thing. They said being gay is just systematically destroying communities to eliminate folks from having babies, and I will agree that is true. Unfortunately, people might say, "Oh, that's bullshit." No, it's true. For certain communities, they want to make folks gay to stop folks from having babies. It's a sad truth, and but I'm not saying that if you're gay or if you're bisexual, it's wrong. I guess it's wrong in a sense to use it a weapon against you to prevent people from having kids, or to try to make a certain race extinct is bad. But I guess if you're born and you have feelings towards a girl or a guy or someone of the same sex, it could simply just mean that your soul is from another species. You could have been, because I know reptilians. I've heard reptilians. They have both parts. They could have sex with themselves, and they could have sex with the other reptilian, and they could be recessive to another reptilian. So I guess it depends on, a lot of factors. It could be the environment. You could have been born straight but turned gay because you were around too much opposite energy. Like right now, I think the main reason why I'm most likely bisexual is because I've been around a lot of masculine male energy. Even women I've been around in my life from the beginning have had more masculine energy, not really a softness to them. So that's why I come off a little too strong with certain people and too blunt, because I'm used to being around masculine energy. But lately, the universe has been blessing me with being around more feminine energy, so I can relate to people, like not girls talking shit behind my back and making fun of me and stuff, but actually people I could relate to and not be embarrassed about certain things. But let's go back to the original topic. Is being gay and bisexual wrong? I think love is a very complicated thing. I mean, if someone falls in love with someone of the same sex, who are we to judge? But if there are people out there that are trying to make certain races of people extinct by making them gay, if you force folks to be gay, like putting crap in their food and putting things on TV to influence them to be gay, that's wrong. But if you grow up and you just know you're gay and you're just gay regardless of environmental stimulus, if you just know you're gay, then you are what you are. You can't argue with that. But if there's people forcefully trying to make you gay, that's something totally different. I don't think society's right for shedding light on lesbians, because guys find that very stimulating to watch, and straight men don't like that gay shit going on, and I just think there's an imbalance. I mean, I really do believe in that. It's not fair in this world. Women can get away with a lot of stuff. Being gay for a woman is more acceptable, I guess. I don't know why that is. I guess the thought of another man taking it in the ass from another man is kind of brutal, because women are more soft and elegant, the whole gay thing is like more seen like a soft thing, and the two guys ramming each other and jerking each other off is like kind of brutal to some. Like, I can't watch, it's just too brutal. It's not soft and sensual like two women, but I guess two men could be sensual. I mean, I don't know. Part 2 is coming.